for Yoli, a little birdie tells me that somebody in the house in a relationship wants you, and you can entertain it, and they can't entertain it because of the relationship in the house. Get out.
You see this Norman? Hey, he is the G in this game. One of the people that understand this game, is Norman. Hey, no doubt. Let's just give him that. He understands the game, and that is why this guy always has strategic conversations in the house. If there's anybody I look forward to listening to their conversation, I'm telling you, Norman is one of those, because he's able to figure out who has a strategy, who doesn't have a strategy, what this person is up to, and what this person is not up to. If you've checked the whole show out, you would understand that Norman is that person who would always point out, figure out whoever is doing the most in the house. Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yoli, and you're welcome to another review episode of The Big Brother Show. This is Personality Highlights, and in this channel we talk about reality shows. The Big Brother Show is a big show that we're talking about. If you like conversations and things like this, please click on the red subscribe button right now so that you become a part of this family, and of course join the conversations as we proceed into the show. And don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that YouTube would always send you an alert every time I share new content here. Guys, let's dive into the conversation that actually happened immediately after the live evictions that we experienced on Sunday. If you don't know, right now there is an eviction twist that is called the conspiracy game. This conspiracy game is hot. It simply tells that Biggie has been watching the show. They understand what's happening. They understand the dynamics at what the housemates are doing, and I think that is why they introduced this new twist. Now, one of the things that I'm going to be doing in this particular video is to actually tell you guys how I feel, and I'm going to tell you guys one thing, how I feel about the eviction process, what I think Lawrence is doing wrong in this eviction, because I think he's just making some of this housemates a bit confused. But let me just take it one at a time. Now, guys, with the earlier clip I shared, for those of you that have been looking for the hard facts, because I have soft facts and hard facts about this Vino guy. I've shared some videos about him. I've said he's kind of creepy. I don't understand his strategy. At first, I think I liked the fact that he approached Yoli. I was thinking, when I heard from it, I was like, okay, maybe this is a strategy to just play with her mind or mess with her mind. But when it kept on happening, I'm like, what's happening? If this is a game, it's not a nice one. He's not playing it well or professionally. I don't know, but that's my sentiment on it. So Norma just gave us a hard fact, and I mean, Lawrence actually sparked up this conversation after he asked Yoli the question about relationship. Now, before I continue with this conversation, GASH1 and Norman had, one of the problems I've been having with the Big Brother nomination, live nomination, is how boring the show has suddenly become. I'm not going to lie. If I were to differentiate between the Big Brother Africa and the Big Brother South Africa and Zansi and the Big Brother Niger, I have a lot of things to say. There are a lot of differences. I feel that Lawrence is not doing a great job. I'm sorry I said that. Okay, he's doing a great job, but he's not giving us the highlights that we want to hear in the show. He's not calling out this housemates the way he is. I personally feel like Lawrence is kind of scared of this housemates. He's giving special hype to some people, and I have a problem with that. I'm not gonna lie. Now, before I proceed with the conversation between Norman and GASH1, guys, can you guys listen up to the things that I've been struggling with? Because if you're very new to the Big Brother show, you haven't been watching it and just watched the live nomination, you will not understand what is happening in the house, because Lawrence does not ask direct questions. Yes, let me put it that way. He doesn't ask direct questions. Now, guys, just one of the things that Lawrence actually asked Yoli was, are you in a relationship and somebody in a relationship is asking you out in the house? How do you feel about that? What do you have to say about that? And the truth is that Yoli understood that question, but a lot of people did not understand this question. A lot of people felt like Yoli had a relationship outside of the house before coming into the Big Brother show, rather because of the way Lawrence asked the question. But the actual question, because the truth is that if it was Ebuka that asked this question, I'm sorry that I'm comparing, but I feel the Big Brother show is like a show that is universal. It's the same thing, it's just that it's in different countries, so I think we all understand the concept around it. So for me, I feel if it was Ebuka that asked that question, the question would have been very direct, and I like the fact that Lawrence didn't ask Vino that question, but asked Yolanda. Now, Ebuka that I know would have asked this question. How do you feel about somebody who is in a serious relationship in the house asking you out? Like, he would have been very soon sits with his question. But I just felt like Lawrence is a bit diplomatic. Like, even when the conversation he had, the first conversation, the thing that turned me off with Lawrence's question was calling Yoli des. I was like, why are you calling her mama? What's the problem? Like, for me, I feel it sucks. I feel like, because when I look at conversations, this is how I look at conversations, okay? Now, let's look at Yoli. Yoli is on the big side. So, guys, sincerely, for me, I felt like because Yoli is a plus-size person, that's why she was addressed as mama. I'm not going to lie. See, these things matter. Yes, it probably was a very simple thing, looks very, casual, but for me, I felt it was a turn-off for me because, I mean, for example, I live in Nigeria where some people, even though they're probably mothers, don't want their children to call them mothers because they want to still be sexy and cheeky. So for me, I just personally feel like maybe Yoli's fans will have a problem with being addressed as mama, because tomorrow, what if somebody like Tato is up for eviction and Lawrence decides to call her sis? I mean, guys, people will read different meanings to that. So basically, I think Lawrence needs to sit up on these hosting duties. Personally, I feel like he's a bit scared. I feel like he's giving some of these housemates unnecessary hype, especially Vinyl, because when I heard Lawrence say this about Vinyl before, I mean, he was told, Vinyl, you're safe. Like, Lawrence said, this guy's, listen up.
Your supporters did the most. You're safe.
Now, this was a big turn off for me again, because I was like, your fans did the most. Why did you have to give him that information? Now, see, the truth is, if it were Ebuka, Big Brother Naija, talking, hosting, there is no way you would know what the fans are thinking about or doing. Like, at this point, I feel this guy will suddenly become so confident that, hey, I have a game. He'll probably just put the other housemates on this, like, okay, looks like this guy is a competitor. Like, really, the Big Brother show is a mind game. And I really was very disappointed when Lawrence pointed that out. I felt like it was very unprofessional. I said so. I'm going to still say so tomorrow. Because the truth is that my channel is a constructive criticism channel. I talk about these things. Yes, they might sound like spoiler alert to some people, but this is actually to make the show a better show. Because my problem with the Big Bbmzansi show is just that the tables are not shaking, like they're not shaking the way they should shake after life evictions. I mean, if Ebuka tackles a problem, you guys would expect a fight in the house, because right now I just feel like some of them don't understand the question that Lawrence is asking, because if he was very direct about it, we would understand who is who. Right now, I know those housemates are a bit subtle. They are not very, very aggressive. They're still going to take time, think it through before they react on what is going to be happening. But right now, it just looks like Yoli has been placed more on the chopping board than Vinyl has been placed on the chopping board. This is me just talking. This is me just speaking my mind. If you think differently, if you think what I'm saying makes or doesn't make sense, let me know your thoughts. You guys know I'm big on conversations. We could talk about it and dig out more facts about why I'm saying the things that I'm saying. So literally, when we look at the live nominations, one thing we'd notice about the Big Brother Zanzi is some of our favorites are leaving the show. And now this is what triggers me to ask this question. Who are the real fans of the Big Brother Zanzi show? Like, when I'm talking about this, I mean the age bracket. Is it the 18 to the 25? Is it the 26 to the 36? Is it the 37 to the 45? Is it the 46 to 60? So I think Big Brother needs to do its work. Yes, or maybe Lawrence needs to do his work. Because, I mean, for Big Brother Naija, we know the age bracket that gets to watch the show. I mean, the 18 to the 25 is there. The 25 to maybe the 36 are there. And the 18 to the 25 are the ones that give us the highest ginger. When they go on social media, they're allowed. They call out, there's always fan war. There's fan, like, you guys, you know we do the most in Big Brother Naija. So, but for the Big Brother Zanzi, I don't see them doing the most. So it probably feels like, not just because that the show is coming back after 7 years, maybe the fans are quite different. Because for me, as somebody like BU that is a flirt would have stayed in that show. I'm not joking. BU's eviction shocked me. Dinky Blaze's eviction shocked me. Acacia's eviction shocked me, because now I'm looking at it. Okay, the question is, who is watching the show? Maybe they are not getting the spice they need in the show, and maybe that's why these evictions are happening. Or, I mean, I just feel like Lawrence should address the audience that are watching the show, and the audience that are watching the show, when they don't get this table shaking content from, I don't know, life eviction, they kind of just forget about it. I feel so personally, I don't know if I'm dragging it too much, but this is my special thought. Because for me, when I look at Big Brother Niger, I know Ebuka tackles the problem, speaks the minds of a lot of people, listens to conversations, the Twitter conversations, conversations on social media, and then comes and tackles it just the way it is. So I think Lawrence will go and do that. Maybe with that, we might have a better life eviction show. So guys, literally when you look at it, the house is going to be, the circles are going to be very pronounced. And we all know the circles now. We know GASH1, Yoli, Norman, Tato. Tato is in between, you know. We don't even know where exactly to place Tato, but that's a circle. Where we know the Impo circle is a different circle. So guys, after the eviction, we had conversations. We saw Libo actually telling, thanking Tabil for taking care of Mpo, and then moving forward, there was just this long conversation between GASH1 and Yoli over relationship matter. And, guys, it's been a lot. So, for me, I feel the circles now, we'll get to see the best of the circles with the conspiracy game that has just been introduced. You guys, I shared about that earlier. Biggie has introduced a new conspiracy circle. It's going to be open today. It opened Sunday. We're going to see it maybe in effect very soon. The conspiracy corner is a special space in the house where housemates are supposed to gather, conspire to evict somebody out of the show. They only have 22 hours to do that before the Monday H2H challenge. After they leave the corner, they are not expected to talk about it again until Sunday. And there's going to be a buzzer for this to get to start. A maximum of 4 people are allowed in a conspiracy circle. Guys, the show is loud. We're here for the fight. My own take on it is, if Biggie really wants his people to fight themselves, he should shake a lot of tables. I mean, Lawrence should shake more tables on Sunday, because I've been expecting Lawrence to ask a lot of questions. I mean, for example, when the Libo and the GASH1 thing, Lawrence didn't tackle that question. Lawrence is supposed to tackle it. I don't know, but there are a lot of things I'm not seeing. I don't know, but this is just me. What's your candid opinion on what's happening in the show? This has just been my own honest opinion. I just feel like a lot more can be done. I feel like there's a lot of disconnect with Lawrence tackling the life evictions. The life evictions it sucked. I'm not gonna lie, making it very obvious that B was going to be the one evicted. Maybe it was a twist, but I didn't like that twist. I don't know. It just felt it sucked for me. Like, everybody sat down. He was the only one standing, and then he was told he was evicted. Yes, and it was a shock. Whatever. So we're looking forward to what's happening. This morning we actually saw a conversation between GASH1 and Sister Mara, and GASH1 was just asking him, how long have you been queer? He said all his life, but he has not been able to date somebody who's ready to take him for who he is. Guys, the conversation is still stretching. Of course, I'll be back here to give you guys more gist on what's up in the Big Brother show. See you very soon, guys. Bye.